Hey everyone, I'm Ryan. You're watching 60 Cycle Hum, and in this video, I'm going to show you all three of Universal Audio's new amp and cab sim pedals. I've got the Dream 65 Reverb amp, I have the Ruby Top Boost Amplifier 63, and I have the Woodrow 55 instrument amplifier. And I'm going to be honest with you guys right now. I am not planning on spending a lot of time with these two. I think I'm going to follow up with them towards the end of the video. I am planning on spending almost all my time in this video showing off the Dream 65 because this is it. This is my flavor. This is what I love. This is everything I love. And chef's kiss. They nailed it. It sounds really, really, really good. And I'm honestly feeling a little bit bummed out because these are loaners. Sweetwater lent me these pedals very generously so that I could have content to launch when these pedals hit the market. So huge thanks, Sweetwater. I really, really appreciate the thought of including me in that. You know me. You know what I like. You know I like Fender black panel style amplifiers with drippy, springy reverbs and pulsing, throbbing tremolo. And that's exactly what this does. So let's get into it. I'm running a headphone rig right now, so I'm going to be monitoring with these. I'm running direct into my recorder. I do have my pedal board before this. I'll use that to show off, you know, how it takes drives and things like that, and other pedals before it. And I'll get to these other two pedals when I'm done showing this off, and I'll do a little taste test of those. Okay, here we go. I'm going to start out with my Fender Ampere 2 Jazzmaster because why wouldn't I? I want to show off surfy sounds. This is a surfy guitar. And I'll show off what it sounds like bypassed so you can hear the guitar going direct in. Not terrible. Very glassy without any processing on that. But here it is with the Dream 65. This is an extremely clean setting. And it's got a splash of reverb on there, but listen to that reverb. Right off the bat, listen to this. I'm sold. I'm sold. I'm in my own demo and I'm sold on a pedal. I already knew that Universal Audio had it in them because I've got the Golden, which is an excellent drippy reverb pedal. It does it. But to have an amp and cab sim pedal that already has that built in, and I haven't even touched like bringing in dirty sounds, changing, you know, cabs and stuff like that, the boosts and whatnot. Just that reverb combined with an amp and cab pedal. Oh my gosh, I'm so into it. I'm definitely getting one of these for myself. Like, there's no question at this moment. And you can dial in a tremolo. Yeah. Demo's over. I'm going to go buy one. You might go buy one, but I'm into it. All right, I'm going to show off the rest of this thing because I've got to, right? Let's pull back the reverb to be a bit more conservative. So we're starting out with a very bright and clean and clear Fender style sound here. And there's two ways to adjust bringing in dirt and compression and saturation and things like that. You can turn up the volume, which I have all the way down right now, and this acts like a Fender's, volume knob. The more you turn it up, the more dirty you get. Does the thing. It just does the thing. Turn it all the way up. It's very rare that I turn up a Fender amp to be that distorted. I usually keep them really, really clean. Somewhere about there. Even right there is a little bit crispier than I usually run my actual amplifiers, but it sounds nice. It's got that little bit of hint of being close to edge of breakup. With all the sparkle and the clarity. Then I chase this sound. This is what I like. All right, let's explore the boost knob now because this is important. You have three different versions of boost to play around with. You have stock, you have lead, and you have D-Tex. I forget what the D stands for. It might be Dumble. I'm not sure if it's going to tell me here in the quick start guide. Yeah, D-Tex is an SRV modification, tremolo disabled. So I think the D, I think we can assume it stands for Dumble. The lead boost is an 80s OD special modification, and the stock is a clean preamp boost. So let's get into that. I'm going to roll up the volume to goose a little bit more gain, closer to edge of breakup here. Maybe back a little bit more. There we go. So still bright and sparkly, but with a bit of beef when you dig in a little bit. Saturated, it's fuller, it's thicker, it has more like a mid quality to it. I'm gonna pull the reverb all the way out now. Back a little bit and show off what it does to a cleaner signal. So here it is with the boost all the way out. compression and fullness and beefiness. There is a bit more dirt involved there, but it's more than that. There is this like kind of dynamic thing happening. That's a really fun, like, pleasurable amp simulation situation right there. It's a great experience. My own personal taste probably put me somewhere closer to about right here. Just a little bit of boost to fill it out and give me a bit of richness and thickness there without turning into this gut-punching drive. But that loose, bright, crispy amp style grit there. I'm really impressed. I really, really am. I'm gonna have to order one and wait in line just like everyone else until it shows up. Because I want to use this. I want to use this live. I use amp and Cabson pedals when I play live. All the time, like predominantly. I haven't used an amp on a stage probably in 3 years, something like that. So this is exciting for me. This is something that I really like. I'm getting lost. I'm just having my own fun right now. Let's check out the other two boost settings here. We'll try the lead. Should pull out that reverb first and go back to a more gainy setting. Here we go. Here's the standard. Here is the lead. Back to standard. It's an EQ shift, not necessarily a gain shift, but there's more lows, more kind of high mids with that lead engaged. Where the stock is thinner and brighter. Then down to the D-Techs. Pull that back for a more subtle sound. D-Tech sounds even fuller to me. You kind of lose the fullness of the lead with the boost turned down, but you keep that fullness on the D-Tech setting with the boost turned down. I'm going to leave it on stock, but it turned up just a little bit. Might as well check out the range of the bass and the treble, and then we'll get into the different cab sims, and then I'll show off the tremolo, and then we'll get into the other two pedals. Trying to find where I want to start off here. All right, let's start with everything down. Pretty flat and quiet sound there. Bass all the way up. Bass all the way down, treble all the way up. Both all the way up. Treble down. Bass down. They're very amp-like controls. They have that range that you would find on an amp versus the EQ range you would find on like a drive pedal that's more of this hard filter sort of thing. Like amp EQ is, it always feels softer, it feels more subtle. Nice jazzy sound there. Yeah. So you get an idea how that works. Let's check out the cab sims now. I've been on the EV12. Let's go up to the starting position. The GB25, the Greenback 25. Dial in a bit of dirt to really show it off. Down to the Oxford. Then the EV12. Now there's more. It doesn't stop at 3. It goes into a green section, and I don't remember what these cabs are, but they are different. There's an off position with no cab sim. But who wants that? Back to the Greenback 25. Do it a little bit cleaner here. We'll check out what all those cabs sound like with a lighter drive sort of sound with, you know, a big splash of reverb. I think the EV12 is my personal favorite right now, so I'm going to leave it on there. And of course, there's all kinds of other tweaky things you can do, connecting to this with Bluetooth or to your computer and loading your own like IRs and stuff like that. I'm sure you can do it all. I'm sure there's all sorts of fun stuff you can do in that direction. I haven't explored any of it because I've been having such a great time just using the pedal with what's available on the face of it. So I'm going to show off the trim now. There's this middle switch here, and it's been on the amp setting. In the alt setting, you have speed and you have depth. It's kind of a hard chopping style trim. It's got that ramp up and drop sort of thing going on. Perfect for the cramps. So real world application, how I would use this thing, you've got a preset slot here. I would probably save a drippy, surfy reverb amp setting to that preset and then turn that on and off as I need that sound in a live scenario. And then I would, on the on and off switch on the face of the pedal, have just whatever I needed in that moment, probably dialing in something fairly flat, something that accepts pedals in a decent way, but then I'll always have that drippy, surfy, splashy, pulsing, tremolo sort of thing waiting for me on the preset. Let's get into hitting it with some pedals to show off what that sounds like. That's really important. Go back to the amp setting here. Dial in a setting that I would realistically use when I'm playing live. There we go. It's warm, it's got personality to it, it's got some sparkle to it, but it's still like kind of a flat canvas to apply other effects to. And that's what I look for. All right, let's try hitting it with a little bit of drive, maybe a lot of bit of drive. I don't remember the settings on the Wampler bell. I like that. The bell hits it really nicely. It's got a really fun, like spanky personality to it. Let's try it with the greenback. And then the Oxford. I think the greenback likes that extra dirt hitting it. But I don't know, I think that EV12 is what my ear likes. But my preferences could change. Once I'm in a live mix, I could decide that one of those, any of those, is my personal favorite. Once I'm in a live mix, mixing with drummers and a band and the bassist and acoustic guitars and stuff like that, you just go with what cuts through the mix, right? And sounds best in the moment. Let's hit it with some fuzz now. I've got the bigger pedal slice of pie, which is a muff style fuzz on right now. I feel like I should grab a guitar with humbuckers. Yamaha Rough Star time. I've got it on the bridge pickup for now, with the pedal off so you can hear what it sounds like before I throw on that fuzz. And here is that fuzz with humbuckers. I like the way the fuzz hits the Oxford cab setting. I think that's the cab for fuzz. Yeah, that's the one for me for sure. It takes pedals great. It takes dry pedals great anyways. Here, I'll do something that I would normally do in like my live church playing situation. I'm going to turn on both sides of the Dark World for kind of like an ambient, pitchy, shim reverb sort of thing. Crank up that spring reverb. Throw on a bit of drive from the bell and the 50-50. And the delay from the Starlight, also by Universal Audio. Some light ambient noodling there with a bunch of effects hitting it. I thought it sounded great. There's a little bit of kind of like folded over, drivey sort of stuff that I'd probably dial back with the dry pedals that I was using. And I think maybe the saturation of the Starlight hitting this was a little bit much. With a tape echo, I might want to have it after the amp, simulating having it kind of like in a loop sort of situation. But yeah, I'm really excited to get one of these for my own. Let's plug them in and see how they sound. Like I said, I spent most of my time with this, even before filming this, because I just immediately connected with it. These two, I tried them, and they sound great, but they're not my flavor of amplifier, so I didn't spend a lot of time with them. All right, here we go. Let's see what these sound like. Let's start with the Ruby first. I actually owned an AC-15 for a while, and I never connected with it. I never got along with it. It's not my sort of sound. It's not my sort of amplifier. But lots of people out there can make Vox-style amps just do beautiful things. Let's do just some general experimenting here. I'll try some different speakers. We're on silver right now. Here is blue. Here is green. Try the other settings. I think we're gonna go with the green speaker for now. You've got normal, brilliant, and VIB on the boost. Let's try those out. I like that. Well, that's extra grindy. I think brilliant is where I like it. Let's try getting all the way clean if we can. I don't know if I'm just dialing in a Vox-style amp signal to sound as close to a Fender as I can, because that's just what I like, but I feel a lot happier with it now with this setting, with the cut almost all the way off, with the boost up a bit, and the drive down. Yeah, I could work with that. Let's try out some of these alternate settings here. There is a room reverb. Interesting that a microphone recording sort of reverb, like a recording technique. Where the reverb on the Dream here is based on, you know, the reverb you'd find in the amp, where this is more about how you would record the amp. And then we've got speed and intensity. That's the vibe setting. You've got to have the vibe setting on. All right, let's check out the Woodrow, and then we'll call this a video, unless I think of something else to do to pad this out, to make it even longer than it needs to be. That's what you guys like, right? Long videos. I wonder if I should grab a Telecaster for this. That might be the most appropriate guitar for this pedal. We'll try it a little bit with the Yamaha. There's a little bit of like a clippiness there. Really serious slapback from that room reverb. Yeah, let's get the Telecaster. Yeah, it likes that. Pull back that room quite a bit. Yeah, I like that. All right, let's get dirty now, see what it can do. Might as well go for it, right? This one is relatively simple on the face of it. You've got a single tone control. You have a room reverb. You don't have an alternate switch for any other controls. You have a boost. You have your instrument volume. Oh, that makes sense. That's the instrument volume. And that is your microphone volume, and that is the output. there's a bit of a stereo width with that room reverb there. It feels like a three-dimensional space in the headphones right now. I don't remember if I caught that with the Ruby, because it has a room reverb as well. Big surprise, the Tweed style amplifier pedal likes a Telecaster. All right, there's a couple different ways to get gain out of this. It's a relatively simple pedal from the face. We've got instrument volume. You've got microphone volume, which gives you gain and compression to my ear. And then you've got the boost. Yeah, it gets grindy. I never mess around with amps of this style or simulations of amp of this style. So I'm a little bit lost. I'm not totally sure what to do with it. It sounds good to my ear though. Yeah, I think that mic volume buys you some compression, which sounds really nice. And some dirt. I'm sure someone out there loves that sound. There's something about that clipping which is not for me. It's just not my style, you know? The tone gets you dirt too. All right, let's go through the different cab settings. I've been on the JP12. This is the Blue 15. Back to the JP12. The GB25, a greenback 25. See what else is in here. That one sounds woody. think the jangly nature of the JP12 is where I want to live. Let's try some different boost settings. We've got stock, KP, 3K, and EP2. There's plenty to work with there. I just think this style of clipping and grit and amp sounds just doesn't fit with me. Same for the Ruby. But man, let's get them all in this shot. That Dream 65. I need it. I need to have that. It's one of those products where it feels like they made it just for me, right? Who else could that be for? I'm sure some of you like it too. But yeah, I love it. I don't have a place to put this. Anyways, thanks for watching. Huge thanks to Sweetwater for thinking of me and including me in helping with the launch of this pedal and sending out these pedals to loan to me so I could film them. I'm going to buy one. I'm going to do it. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, subscribe, dislike, leave me rude and nasty comments. Support us on Patreon. Buy a shirt if you're naked and stay grounded. Bye, everybody.